What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Strictly Sports. I am B Wise.
Mallz.
And Trigga.
We are back with another episode of Strictly Sports. How y'all doing tonight, fellas?
Can't complain watching the game.
All right, good. Good as I can be there, brother.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started on our first topic, and we're gonna get in here. What's y'all thoughts? Drake and K Dot.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Hip hop. This is what is needed. I know I'm gonna contradict myself. A little upset with J. Cole. I felt like you can't run from that, Cole. You are a rapper. You can't run from it. But, he felt what he felt. I guess he realized, that's not in his nature. But I love it. Um to me, my favorite song right now is the Drake junk Family Matters. Drake, he went in on that. I ain't even a Drake fan. Um, Drake he went at everybody on that song. He went at it on Ross, Kendrick, whoever he got beat with, he went
Yeah.
in on it. They both, after Euphoria, Charlamagne said they was gonna take it to hell, and that's exactly what they doing. They getting disrespectful.
Oh yeah.
Talking
Yeah.
about families, talking about kids, talking about one is a sexual pedophile, the other one is a woman beater. You know, Drake, Kendrick is talking about, Drake's insecurity of being black. Drake's talking about how Kendrick's all for black folks, but he's dating white women and he's dating a mixed woman. So it's good.
What's your thoughts, Trigger? I know you said you probably ain't been in it too much.
Yeah, I just haven't had time to really dive in and see who was saying what. I've just been seeing stuff on social media here and there, but haven't really been able to listen to the songs myself to get my own opinion on it. I just know it's buzzing right now. I mean, every day I'm seeing stuff about it, and apparently there's been multiple songs from both parties. I thought it was just this person that did a song, but apparently it's a
No.
they got tracks on tracks about each other. So at some point when things slow down, I'm able to kind of listen and see for myself. I'll do that, but um, I really don't know how I feel about it overall. Honestly, I really can't give an opinion because I haven't heard a whole lot. But I
Yeah.
just, from the standpoint of just these two going back and forth with each other, I think. There's some good and there's some bad. The good is, obviously it gets people talking. You know, record sale. Jalen Brunson is such an actor, yo. Anywho, it gets people talking. It gets record sales. You know, you get plays on, Spotify, iTunes, whatever streaming source you can stream your music on, YouTube. Um, as long as people are talking about them and listening to them, it's bringing attention to them. Things I don't like though is like, Kendrick. I like Kendrick as a rapper, and when he does drop albums, they're good. And
Yeah.
it's like, other than that, but it takes so long between, and it's like as soon as somebody say something to you, all of a sudden you got a bunch, you just releasing track. Like, where's that same energy when it's been 3 years, 4 years since you last dropped the album? Like that's what frustrates me because Drake has always got something. It seems like every 6 months, he's releasing something, whether it be some singles or a whole mixtape or album, whatever it is. But Kendrick Lamar just drop an album and he falls off, forever. And as soon as somebody calls him out, now he got 10 tracks in the last 2 weeks. So
Hey, I
I
would.
don't know.
Kendrick giving him
He
that
did
work.
say in Euphoria. He did say in Euphoria, rap is not his life. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, I'm just saying,
I mean,
Kendrick.
I guess whatever works for you.
I forgot. I'm sorry, Kendrick. I forgot. And you are showing me. You are showing me why you are in the top three. But your thing with J. Cole, I look at it like I see why Cole backed out. I
Well, yeah,
see.
I see why. I don't think Cole he has that like Drake and Kendrick. They're
What's
both
going on, Lady
petty as
Ray?
hell.
Yeah.
What's up? They're both petty. They're too much like they're both petty as hell. They're both grimy. With J Cole, he's kind of laid back. I don't think J Cole has it in him to talk crap about people's family.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know, Lady
and
Ray.
no,
I mean, I ain't saying he's winning, but he keeping up in my personal opinion.
I
yeah,
don't know. Kendrick made a bop, bro.
I
Well,
Not
respect
yeah,
like
Drake.
this is a bop.
I
you,
respect J. Cole decision. Um, am I excited that he pulled? Like, no, because I kind of want to see J. Cole,
Yeah.
get disrespectful too. Like, what does that look like? Because if you like, I listened to J. Cole's newest mixtape, Might Delete Later, and that song that he has with Daylight. I mean, it's just bars on bars on bars. I'm like, man, like when J. Cole really get into it, when he's not even trying to go at anybody's neck. I mean, he can put some lines together, like some really dope lines together. Like he's a very good lyricist. And I'm just like, man, if he adds some disrespect to that, if he, throw a shot at Kendrick, throw a shot at Drake or whatever, like I'm kind of mad that we're not gonna get that from him. So
and my thing of it is, if you gonna come at Diggy Simmons, you need to come at men that are on your level.
true.
Like
And then also,
don't be sitting there going at the little dogs, and then when the big dogs come barking at you, you want to go back into the pen. Like it don't work like that.
yeah, I agree, and I wasn't even aware of that whole situation. But and then another part that make me upset too with J. Cole is that there's a couple times on the mixtape, his latest mixtape, where he mentioned that I'm the best, like ain't nobody else, he'll say that. But I'm like, well, here's your chance to prove it, because when
Yeah.
we look at rap, we look at the heavyweights. Who do we think of? Who are the first people who come to mind in today's generation? We J.
Dylon.
Cole. We think about Drake, who's been around forever, and man, always seems to be dropping hits and bangers, and
Mm-hmm.
is very versatile in his music. A lot of people like Kendrick Lamar, even though he don't drop music all that often. But when he
Jordan Lucas
does
is for
drop,
me. Jordan
Jordan
Lucas up there for
Lucas,
me.
like he's very underrated. I still like Phil, but
Yeah,
he's probably
he's not
he probably my
commercialized.
favorite. He's
Yeah.
probably my favorite lyricist.
Mine too. Mine too.
But yeah, those are the guys that we think about. Um, oh shit.
I was about to complain to management if you didn't put my comment up about Drake losing.
Yeah, it came up 3 times.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
I ain't see it. Calm down. Like, calm
Yeah.
down. Oh, I got
Yeah,
you.
but
Calm down. Oh, Dale. We appreciate the comments. Don't be yelling at me. It's my first day.
Oh dang,
Oh.
TV. Curry, my TV must be late.
yeah,
I'm watching. I don't got it on TV. Forget y'all.
Uh,
Y'all
ain't
rich.
no way, ain't no way. But anywho, yeah. So you know, J. Cole mentioned he was the greatest. So this is your time right here to go up against who other people see as the greatest in rap, and Kendrick
Yeah.
and Drake. Like here's your chance right here. And then he's like, nah. And when he explained himself, I was like, all right, whatever, I respect it. But then it's like the selfish part of me was like, damn, what if?
Man, they probably would have had J. Cole. J. Cole mental wouldn't have been right with the way they going at people, man.
yeah, and like I said, I don't
Maybe.
think it's in J Cole to be disrespectful like these two. Cause like Drake, he's always been in rap beats. And one thing about Drake, he never shot back down from a challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that whole thing with him and Meek Mill, boy, good grief, that was
Yeah,
so one sided.
that was one of
That was
the
all I needed to see to realize that Drake, okay, he could go toe to toe with, because I question that about Drake. Like, if you ever got no rap beef, I couldn't take him seriously. I don't see him, but then this shit happened with Meek Mill, and he just absolutely obliterated him.
I think Drake was so strategic with beefing Meek Mill. Like
And yeah,
Yeah.
that
I don't
too.
think you remember when Back to Back came out. The
Yeah,
single
yeah,
cover
yeah. And the
was
Phillies and the whole back, and it was a baseball sports reference all at the same time.
yeah, because
Like that,
Meek is
genius.
from Philly, Drake is from Toronto, and then that was like a game clinching World Series back to back home. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
he thinking outside
cerebral,
the box.
cerebral,
Yeah,
cerebral. That's a different level of disrespect when you
right.
putting stuff like that together. Using real life events.
hmm But
It's
yeah, we getting into
it's
sports now. I'm sorry.
yeah. Hey, we did well, fella. We had 9 minutes and 40 seconds exactly.
hmm
We did well. So we're gonna go ahead and transition and get into it. NBA playoffs. Y'all watching the games, obviously. Um, so where we want to start?
Ant Man. Um,
Okay. Here we go.
Ant-Man, he's doing it. I don't want to sit there and say he has that killer mentality like Kobe and Jordan, but he's definitely got a killer mentality. He's the type, he wants to rip your heart out and eat it. He's the type that wants to eat your children. That's a Mike Tyson reference, if y'all don't know.
Yeah.
I think, people were going in on that Rudy Gobert trade, and I think, it's starting to look like it panned out. I think where the Timberwolves gave up all those picks for Rudy Gobert. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yep.
And it looks like now it's starting to pan out. I love the Timberwolves. They like some trees, man. They got, Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert,
I
Nazir
tell
Reed.
you what, it is so nice to watch a team with Big Ben just absolutely just it's nice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Um yeah. I don't know if he'll win MVP because MVP is regular season award.
Yeah,
But
no, he ain't getting that.
no, Ant-Man, he looks like when the greats, like when Steph and LeBron and all them leave, I think the league will be in great hands with him. He will
Yeah.
probably be the face of the NBA.
I got some
The only
highlights of
question
it.
is, does Minnesota have enough to keep him?
They'll find a way.
So
It all depends on too what goes on. They in that lawsuit battle now as well with
who?
Alex Rodriguez and the ownership group because they were supposed to sell the team to him, and now the owner doesn't want to sell the team, and it's becoming a whole big thing. So that's the battle that's going on right now. And like y'all said, are they gonna have what it takes to keep him? I think I'm sharing the same one over again.
I mean,
Yep.
unfortunately, Minneapolis is not LA, it's not New York, it's not Miami, it's not Houston.
Just take Miami out. No one wants to come there.
Well, I was just talking about the living in Miami, the weather. Like
No one
ain't
wants to
nobody, ain't
come there.
nobody trying to
Just
live in Minnesota.
I
It's
know, but
snowing
nobody, no
right
one in,
now. It's
no,
May and it's
no
snowing in
one wants to
Minnesota.
come live in Miami either. Apparently, so just take them out the whole category.
But yeah, I definitely say Ant-Man. He's doing it. He's killing it. I like the Knicks.
My bad.
Um, even though they losing, but
Screw the Knicks.
yeah, I think. I don't know. I think the West is wide open. I think they all could come out the West for real. The remaining teams.
Can you sue in a rap battle? No, you can't, Lady Ray. I'm sorry. I'm just getting to this.
I
Can you?
mean,
I mean, you
defamation,
can. It would
I mean,
be,
you can, but it's frowned
defamation,
upon.
yeah,
defamation of character or something like that. I forget.
yeah. To me, when you do that, it means like you feel like your feelings have been hurt and you lost.
Yeah.
Like
That's what
the
I
way,
would do if I were to lose a rap battle. I'm suing.
yeah. But
Trigger said, "I'ma sue your ass."
I'm gonna sue. If I lose, I'm suing. If I win, then we good.
yeah,
Either
Then
either
we could
way,
talk
I'm
about
gonna
the
win.
Heat losing.
Yes, sure.
Never mind. This is better.
I don't know, man. I still think I don't think anybody in the East can
What's up,
compete
First
with
Integrity?
Boston. Who was that?
That's integrity.
Oh, I don't think
D.
anybody can compete with Boston. I think Miami was the only shot.
You really think
Cleveland.
Miami was the only team in the East that could have beaten
Well,
Boston,
that was
given the way
before
they were?
Jimmy got hurt.
Oh.
That was before Jimmy got hurt. If Jimmy would have stayed
Even if
healthy,
even if Jimmy was healthy, Boston still winning that series. I mean, they
if
might not win
if they
4-1,
would have won
but they
7
might have
games.
won six. They want to win 6 to 7 games, but Boston would have won. Boston
Mm,
has a better team. They're way better than Miami.
mm.
I don't think so, Trigger.
Well,
I think
Boston had a
so.
better team last year and they lost.
Well, yeah, they
Oh.
were, but they weren't as good as they are this year.
Mm.
I
Do we
agree with
want to
that. They did have a better team, but this year they're way better than they were last year.
speaking on that? We're moving kind of quick. Should I play um Pat Riley's comments on what Jimmy Butler said if he was playing how they
Miami gone fishing. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Lady Ray, for
so
pointing that out.
let me do this. Let me do this. Let's see what y'all think about this. Sorry. Can y'all hear it? Oh, sorry.
Nah.
Wrong one. Wrong one. Sorry, technical difficulties. Y'all bear with me.
You basically said, Jimmy, shut the fuck up. You ain't on the court playing.
Trigga.
Long term short.
Pretty much.
That's basically
Pretty
what
much.
happened.
Well,
I mean, he
for the
didn't say
kids
those
that are
exact
watching at home.
words. He didn't say those exact words, but that's what I heard when he was talking.
Is that Jimmy
Y'all can't hear it, can
trolling,
y'all?
or is that Jimmy serious?
I can hear it.
There we
If you're
go.
not on the court playing against Boston or on the court playing against the New York Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut. And your criticism of those teams. For him to say that, I thought,
I
is
agree.
that Jimmy trolling, or is that Jimmy serious? If you're not on the court playing against Boston or on the court playing against the New York Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut.
I agree.
And
I agree. The Godfather has spoken. Vito
Now,
Corleone has spoken.
Some people, some Heat fans, like Jimmy, looking for an extension, because that's the big story that's looming over Miami right now, is that Jimmy is eligible for another extension, and given his age and his health, his lack of availability over the last couple of seasons, getting hurt, missing regular season games, missing long stretches during the regular season. Obviously wants to be paid more money. Miami is kind of in a pickle right now. Do we give him this 2-year extension and keep him because he's the heart and soul of this team, or do we let him go and do we try to rebuild? Because I know Pat Riley wants to win now because they've been so close the last 4 years. Like, you've been so close and you're right there. You're a Kevin Durant away, or somebody of that caliber away to get to the promised land, get over the hump. You blow it all up right now, given how close you've been.
I got his comments on that as well, Trigger, if you want me to play what he said about Jimmy's contract extension.
Sure.
Because Pat Riley was talking today.
Oh, yeah.
He
also said Tyler Hero was fragile, which he is. He's
Riley.
fragile in more ways than one, by the way.
It's the Zach one. Hold on.
No. He had a chance to come in and be the guy, lead this team, and what he do? Play like doo-doo.
well,
I would not be mad if Miami dealt him away.
So we have not discussed.
If they keep him, bring him off the bench or put him in a reduced role. Don't have him being a ball handler. Let him come off screens and shoot.
We have to look at that, making that kind of commitment. Okay, and when do we do it? We don't have to do it until 25, actually, but we'll see. We haven't made a decision on it, and we really haven't in earnest discussed it. So let's just see what happens. Well, we don't have to do that for so we have not discussed that internally right now, but we have to look at that, making that kind of commitment. Okay, and when do we do it? We don't have to do it until 25, actually, but we'll see. We haven't made a decision on it, and we really haven't in earnest discussed it. So let's just see what happens.
So here's my question. I mean, it's all about negotiation. Tyler Hero's gonna see how much he can get out of Miami. Pat Riley's gonna see how cheap he can get him. If Tyler Hero's asking for a max contract, if I'm Pat Riley, all right, go see what the market go see what other teams will give you.
Tyler Hero's already locked in.
He already did that. Yeah, they did lock him in, didn't they?
Yeah,
He locked in, but they said till 2025 though, right?
That's Jimmy. They talking about Jimmy right there.
Oh, okay. I thought they
talking about Jimmy.
Most of our core guys, including Jimmy Butler, like Jimmy Butler, still has 2 years left on his current deal, but he's eligible for an extension. And he wants to be extended. But everybody pretty much all of our main guys, Jimmy, Bam, Tyler Hero, a couple other dudes, they're already locked in for next season.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my apologies. All right, so then look, like you said, Jimmy's
I wish
35.
Tyler Hero won't locked in.
You
He
know,
tested
Jimmy.
the market and nobody want him.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Exactly. And then you saw the series against Boston. That's why. That's why right there. Yeah, one good game. That's it.
I get it. Jimmy's 35. He's injury prone. I don't know. Do you trade him while he's still? I mean, he's probably at the back end of his prime. Trade him for some young players.
That's what
Draft
I was
pick.
thinking.
The thing about doing that though is that if you trade Jimmy, you got to do right by Jimmy because he's come in there and he's done everything that he can to help lift y'all for a championship, and we never really were able to put the pieces around him to help him get us there. So if you're gonna do right by him, what does that mean? Well, you're going to send him to a team where he can be put into position to win a championship. And that team that he gets sent to, guess what they're going to do? They're not going to send back Miami any game changer. They're going to send back some young players and some picks. So that basically says that Miami is going to start rebuilding if they send Jimmy away, especially to like a contender, and they get a bunch of draft picks in return or some young players, some expiring contracts, whatever. And now we go from Jimmy, and now we got to depend on Bam and Tyler to carry us, which they can't.
Yes, morally, you want to do right by Jimmy, but everybody knows business doesn't be done right. At the end of the day, I think Pat Riley's main thing is to win. I think he's in that Jerry Jones effect. He does not have a lot of time. Is he 80 yet, Pat Riley?
I think he's in his late 70s.
Yeah, he does not have a lot of time to be doing right and rebuilding. He wants to win now.
I got I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, he should do right by Jimmy, but if it's not the right, what's the word I'm looking for? If it's not the right move, then you got to go in the best position for the Heat to win next year. Now,
I
I don't
got
think I don't think getting KD will answer. I think KD he's shown what he is. He's a great player, but he ain't gonna lead nothing.
Yeah. Pat Riley talked about that too. He said we had this 5-year window and we've had a success, but I'm not looking to rebuild. I'm looking to retool.
Yeah.
So
Um,
is that a KD?
but KD's in the same boat as Jimmy. He's 35. He's injury prone.
KD is also better than Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Well,
But
I can't say that, Trigger.
KD,
Jimmy
well,
can
I don't know
Jimmy
because Jimmy has been to the finals what 2 times in these past 4 years. KD's
carry the
been out.
team.
KD hasn't even make it out the second round.
I think that's more of a team and culture thing than it is just individual play.
You're right. I'll give you that.
Like Jimmy, don't get me wrong, Jimmy's had some moments where he single-handedly lifted us, but ultimately, if we look at that Eastern Conference Finals against Boston last year, it was Jimmy and who else?
Yeah. And then you're right.
And
Here's
then the
my
series
thing.
before that against the Knicks, it was Jimmy and it was the guards, Strus
But
and
I'm saying
Vincent.
if you give
But
Jimmy,
The
James
Bucks
Harden, and
series,
Kyrie,
yes.
if you give him Bradley Beal and Devin Booker, they probably in the finals.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
do you think KD can handle the Miami coach? You think KD can handle Pat Riley?
I think he's sensitive.
Yeah.
No.
So I mean, so
He
you're
might
saying
not
you
be
don't
able to
think he
work
can
out.
handle?
It'd be interesting. I would hope so, but I feel like ultimately he's not the type of player that would fit that system.
Yeah. If
But
he
I
can't handle,
mean, he's talked to them twice. Like he's been there twice in free agency, and he chose the first time. That's when he went to Golden State, and he won championships there, and came out again, and then he ended up going to Brooklyn. Oh no, ended up going to Phoenix. I'm sorry, he was in Brooklyn and was looking to go out, and interested in Phoenix and Miami. Ended up going to Phoenix.
yeah, I just said if he can't handle Draymond calling him the B word, I don't think he can handle. What. I think Jimmy can. I think Jimmy's going to respect Pat Riley. Like, you know what, Pat, you right. Where if that was KD's going to be all right. I need to get out of Miami.
Yeah.
Um, he like. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I also don't think it was right either for going back to Jimmy Butler's comments, about the Boston would spark Pat Riley to say what he said. But yeah, when Jimmy, you got to realize, man, like Jimmy has run his mouth a bunch in the past and has put his foot in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteeing victories and then we losing. I think it's worse. I mean, it's pretty bad to talk trash and say something's gonna happen and it don't. But at least you're out there. It's even worse, I think, in my opinion, to talk trash and say this and that when you're not playing.
Right.
Because now it's like your teammates have to go out there and defend what you said, and that's not fair to them. And then you're giving the other team more motivation and more fuel.
Right.
Because if you think about it, after game 2, when the Heat won in Boston, and Jimmy went on social media, was like, "Don't let us get one, don't let us get one," because Jaylen Brown had said that last year in the playoffs when they were down 3-0.
Right.
So Jimmy goes, he dishes it back to him. Don't let us get one. And then Miami loses 3 in a row. You don't think Boston saw that and used that as bulletin board material in their locker room?
Right.
Like, come on now. Like, I don't like the fact that they got enough already as it is. Do we want to make them angry on top of that? Like, they beat Miami's ass, 3 straight games. Blowout. We lost by 30 in the last game. 30. Think about that. And Jason Tatum didn't even put up crazy numbers like that. He averaged like 22, 23 points in the series.
My man took a series off.
Right, he really did, yeah.
He took the series off and they were still beating the Miami Heat by like 20, 30 points in 3 of the 4 games.
Yeah.
Well, all 4 games, actually. I think game 1, they got blown out by like 20.
Every win Boston had, it was, by at least 15.
It was double digits. It was 15 or more. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think after those comments Jimmy made, man, it threw some extra in that tank. Definitely Derek White. Derek White had the best back-to-back games in his entire career. He scored more points in that series against Miami in the first round than he has in his entire playoff career. Man nearly dropped 40 on Miami in game 4.
Is that Bam's fault, you think?
Then turned around and dropped 25 in the closeout game. Like, Derek White. If he is scoring like that, you want to tell me that this Boston team ain't as good or not the same as the team last year, you are out your mind. This is their fourth scoring option that's scoring that many points. You got Tatum, you got Brown, you got Porzingis, and who's next? Maybe White.
Well, how do you think the Celtics would be without Porzingis? Because he's gonna be out.
Well, clearly it didn't affect nothing because they blew Miami out by 30 without him. However, they are going up against a much bigger Cleveland Cavaliers team. And size matters in the NBA. It does.
That's what she said.
That's why I said, you're right. That's what I said earlier about the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's nice watching the team play that has, 3 bigs on the court at one time, and it's nice to see them get rebounds, hold teams to one and done. Rather than watching Miami play, they're giving up 4 or 5 offensive rebounds every possession. I get sick of seeing that. Get some height, get some big bodies. So guess what? Boston's finally going to have to deal with that next series. They got some big guys in Cleveland.
And they got Max Strus.
And playing Porzingis, you got Max Strus, someone who's very familiar with the Celtics team. So you got people who can match up with Porzingis. You got people who can get rebounds and can tower over you, can play in the paint, can bang with you in the paint. Shots you take in the paint ain't going to be easy. It's going to be contested. So I think Boston's going to be up for, obviously, a tougher matchup than what they had in the first round. I still have them beating Cleveland. I got them beating Cleveland in 6 games. But, yeah, it's going to be a bit more challenging. So Jason Tatum is going to have to bring it because Derek White ain't going to be averaging 25 in this series. And Porzingis is going to have to be healthy and give them a boost. Because if he don't play, if he misses a game or 2, that could be the difference in this series. I'm telling you.
I got y'all right here. the NBA playoff matchups so far? Who y'all got?
You talking about in the second round?
Yeah, second round. The second round right here. I don't know if you
All
see the
right.
screen.
I'm gonna go Minnesota in 7.
Really?
I think
I
the
think
Pelicans will beat the Mavericks, but I think that's gonna go 7 games. I think the Mavericks.
The
I don't know.
Pelicans are
I
out,
got the
man.
Pelicans in 7, but I think the Mavericks can probably beat the Pelicans.
Pelicans out, ain't it?
no
Not
the
the Thunder.
Thunder.
Shoot, I'm sorry, the Thunder. The Thunder. I'm sorry.
Oh, you confused. I
My
mean, they're
bad. My
pretty. I
bad.
mean,
Yeah, I thought I
they in the
messed up. I was
vicinity.
like, I put the Pelicans.
They're in
Yeah,
the
my
same
bad. My bad.
vicinity.
Yeah, I
They're
meant the
right there
Thunder.
next to
Yeah,
each
the
other.
Thunder.
Oklahoma,
Yes, I think
Louisiana.
Thunder will
They
win
right
in
there.
7. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Mavericks beat them. I got Boston in 5 or 6, and then I don't know about this Indiana, New York, man. I'm undecided. Trey, you go ahead. I'll let you say what you're gonna say. I'm still thinking.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
So the Mavericks and the OKC series, I'm picking Dallas to win that one. In 6. Dallas in 6. I got Denver in 7. I just feel like, Minnesota came out, punched them in the mouth. This is exactly what Denver needed, right? Because Denver's been rolling. They haven't really had to challenge it. They haven't had a wake up call yet. I think that loss at home, game 1, let Anthony Edwards come in there and do what he did, woke them up, and Jamal Murray woke him up because he went scoreless in the first half of that game. Had an amazing second half, but the fact that he didn't score a point in the first half, that's what lost him the game. So he'll be better off. He's not going to go 2 games in a row where he goes a half and doesn't score any points. Jokic obviously going to be Jokic. And then as long as Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr., why does he shoot like the shot clock running out every single time he throws the ball up? Like that man shoots, he be so off balance. He just pulls out of nowhere. Be 1 or 2 guys, 3 guys on him. That man goes into his jump shot like the clock is about to go off. Every time. That's how he shoots. That's how it look like he's shooting. But he do score a lot of points. So if him and Aaron Gordon can score, Aaron Gordon is he's a great defender when he's locked in. He was giving Karl Anthony Towns some fits a couple of times. But I think they obviously they're winning games, so I don't see them losing the first 2 at home. And then they'll still 1 in Minnesota. And things will be all knotted up going back to Denver. I got a 2-2 going back to Denver. And then from there, I think Denver wins, goes up 3-2. Then the Timberwolves will come back and even it up, and then Denver will finish it off in 7 at home. As far as the East, I got the Knicks beating the Pacers in 6. And I got the Boston Celtics beating Cleveland in 6.
Okay, so you got long series. What did you have for the Dallas Pelicans? Not Pelicans. Thunder.
I had them going 7.
Okay, so you got a long series.
Dallas in 7.
Okay.
No, sorry. I chose them in 6. My bad.
6.
Dallas
6.
in 6. Yeah, Dallas in 6, Denver in 7, and then the other 2 are going 6 in the East.
So let me guess, you got Dallas winning either game 1, game 2, winning both games in 3 and 4, losing game 5, and then winning game 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas beat the Thunder.
Yeah, I still feel like the Thunder, SGA is playing great. Chet, he's kind of up and down. I just feel like, Luka and Kyrie doing what they're doing, and they're bigs. Oh man, they play so well around the basket with these guys. I mean, they get rebounds, they play defense. They catch lobs. They seem so in sync to me when I watch them play. They really do. So yeah, I like the Mavericks this year. They're probably my dark horse team in
Yeah.
the West out of all the teams that's left. It might be
I
surprising some people. And in the East, I probably, obviously Boston and New York are expected to meet in the Eastern Conference Finals now. But if I had to choose between the Pacers or the Cavs being a team that could potentially wreck that, I'd probably go with the Cavs.
Mm.
I'm going. I'm going with Trigga. I think the Mavs. It's something about this Mavs team. I think we
Mm-hmm.
gonna see old Kyrie. I think the Thunder. They're gonna have a little bit of an emotional fall off with winning, and I think the Mavs are gonna beat them. And you're gonna see the Timberwolves versus the Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals. And then I got the Celtics versus the Knicks in the East. Um, I just think I think Cleveland's run's going to end. I think the Celtics sweep them, to be honest. Um, and then this Knicks Pacers one is one that scares me because I think this is going to be probably one of the best series of the playoffs. I think it's going 7, but I'm going to give it to the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tied up right now.
And Kyrie, we believe.
Yeah. Okay, so we pretty much all. I mean, I think the only thing. Well, Trey said Denver was going. Denver was going to beat, and I think me and you had Minnesota, right, Brandon?
Uh, yep, I got Minnesota over Denver. Yeah,
Okay. You got that in how many games?
6. Get to me in
Six.
6. 6
Okay,
games.
so you think they're gonna win out game 3? You think they're not gonna lose at home?
No, I don't think
Okay.
Minnesota's going to lose at home.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I want to believe in Denver, but I think a different animal.
I think they're going to. I think they're gonna split the series in Denver. They're gonna split it in Minnesota. Denver's gonna win Game 5. Minnesota's gonna win Game 6, and I think Minnesota's gonna take it in Game 7.
On the Denver Nuggets home floor?
Huh?
The Nuggets home floor?
Denver has lost Game 7s before. They lost to the Dame Dollar a couple years ago in the Game 7.
No, they didn't lose to in Game 7 in the finals last year?
Hmm.
Miami. You know why? Because it didn't even go 7 games. Didn't
But y'all
even go
did win
6
Game 2.
games.
All right.
Yeah, the same thing we did in the Celtics series. 1 game 2, and guess what? We lost 3 straight after that.
Right.
So
All
the
right,
way our
Brandon.
season ended last year, ended the same way this year, except it was in the first round. Lose
We can
game
hit
1, win game 2, and then lose 3 straight.
we can hit this one quick. What y'all think about no KD, Steph, or Bron in the playoffs? What did they say for like the first time in 15 years? I think or something
That's
like that.
good. That means, when they leave, I think I harped on earlier, when they leave, they may still be in good hands. You know, I mean, it's the end of an era. It's like The
Yeah.
Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, end of an era. Bring.
I don't know. I think it's tough. I think they just need to all go to Golden State and try it again.
Nah, man.
Bron,
We
KD,
tired.
Steph.
Nah, we done. We done with them super teams, man. Super teams is done.
That's
No.
crazy to think about. It's no Bron, no KD, no Steph. I mean, especially Steph and Bron, if you think about it. They've been staples in the playoffs.
Mm.
And I don't know. I guess we all getting old.
Yeah. But like I said, I think it's for the better though.
Yeah,
Time
like you said,
to
it's
look
in
at
good
these
hands.
new guys and see, see what they can do.
Yeah.
Um, so, but yeah,
Yeah, but I've been waiting to talk about this because everyone seems to think that these guys are done. Like it's over for them. And the last time I checked, Braun was still putting up numbers. Steph Curry was still putting up numbers. And KD still putting up numbers. Now all these guys are obviously in like mid-30s and beyond, but they are still balling at a very high level and like showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon. My thing is the reason why these guys didn't make it past the first round is because of the team. All 3 teams have one thing in common. all season long. The same thing with Miami, and that's health. Guys in and out the lineup. I'm telling you, talent alone is hard to win championships off of on any level. You got to have team chemistry, that continuity, that fluidity, that consistency of being in a lineup. Same guys every night playing with each other. Because that stuff carries over to the playoffs. And when you don't, it hurts you. Look at all four of those teams I just named. Miami, the Lakers, the Suns,
I
and
can't.
the
Golden State.
and Golden State. What do they
I
all
can't.
have in common this year? None of them made it past the first round, and all of them had different lineups throughout the season.
The
Look at
Lakers
the
was
Suns.
up by 20 points though in multiple games, and
Yeah,
they
They
lost.
they led
yeah,
every
they
game in
lost.
that series.
I
They
can't.
led
I
every
can't.
game, Trigger.
I don't. Well, they don't know how to close. How do you close? When you have guys on the floor that play together and know how to close together.
Does that hurt Braun that you were up in every series and couldn't close it?
Not
No,
really.
I don't think so.
I don't think it. I
It's
mean,
not. It's not. It's not all on him because one of them games he did what he's supposed to do. His party didn't show up.
yeah.
You let Jamal
Braun,
Murray shoot on you.
Braun scored 12 points in the fourth quarter. I forget what game it was, but he hit like 2 threes, had 3 driving layups. The only shot he missed was the one that would have put him up.
And
then
that's the
Jamal
one
Murray
that you
came
need.
down.
No, I don't
That's
think.
the
Yeah,
one
that's the
you
one you
need.
need. But guess what? Guess who went over in that quarter? AD. So I don't put that on LeBron. I
Yeah,
don't
when
put that series
you
loss on
yeah,
LeBron.
I think
But
I don't know if this is right. I think the Lakers led more minutes than the Nuggets did in the series.
they did.
But no, I don't. You can't put that on LeBron. I mean, was he
But
perfect?
when
No, but
So you put it on AD,
I put it
I
on the
think he's
team.
partly to blame. Yeah,
but he the
AD
captain
is
of the
partly to
team.
blame. I'm not putting all the blame on AD, but he is partially responsible too. And LeBron also partially responsible. He's not
I
all his
segue.
fault.
I segue.
Everybody. But anywho, so yeah, all those teams didn't make it past the first round because they had problems with team chemistry and keeping guys healthy all year long. But the individual players, KD, Steph, Braun, I mean, they're not, everyone's talking about this passing of the torch thing. Like, them guys still around, they still hooping, they still balling, they got no plans to go anywhere anytime soon. Or at least
Who
KD and
was?
Steph don't.
I can't give you the Lakers weren't hurt this year. They were more hurt last year than they were this year.
Yeah, but they were hurt enough this year to the point where guys were still missing games and out of the lineup. LeBron did talk about that in his post game interview after they lost the series, how they had been unhealthy for part of the year. It really was after that play-in tournament where guys started missing games.
Okay, I get it. I get it. But still, though, Trigger. Still, hold on. That's you still up by multiple double
I'm
digits in the
telling you,
series,
when you don't play with guys enough in tight situations to close out games, it affects you.
or is it
It affects
coaching?
It might be a little
coaching.
bit of
And
everything.
yeah, the
I don't
coach has
want to
got
keep
to.
putting everything
The
on the
coach is
coach, though,
trying to
man.
adjust to
The
what
coach
he
got
has.
his lost the job because of it.
Yeah, but I
Coach
can't
is
keep
trying
putting
to adjust
everything.
with what he got, though.
You can't keep putting it on the coach because at the end of the day, Darvin Ham is not on the floor. He's
Talent. Yeah, go ahead.
not missing shots. He's not turning the ball over. He's not being lackadaisical on defense. All he can do is sit there and say, run this, run that, do this, do that. But at the end of the day, the player still has to do it.
So
I
is it
just feel
culture?
like, I don't want to sit there and call LeBron a coach killer, but 6 coaches. Woo! I don't. And then I'm hearing stories that he overruled Darvin Ham when it came to like minutes and all that. And like you can't be doing that, bro.
You talking about continuity? If you
You
saying
think
Brown the
JJ
person on
Redick?
the court?
You
Huh?
think JJ Redick gonna have command over him?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, he is.
Nah, hell no. It's gonna be LeBron's team. JJ gonna be too scared to say anything. And
I think they're gonna have a plan worked out before, but
nah. They'll have a plan worked out, but then as soon as things start going south, it's happened before. It's gonna be the same story, just a different person. This
So
train
what?
will never be late, huh?
So what is the Lakers' issue? Like, what's the? Because I was listening to the pundits talk today, and I'm like, so what's the issue? Because you got the players.
Do they have the players? Because it seems like, outside of that 2020 year, the players really just haven't been meshing. AD's been hurt. He's Mr. Glass. Um, and LeBron's getting older and older. He'll be 40 in December.
Yeah.
So I think LeBron needs to be the player and not be the GM.
You
That
think?
year 2020 when Rob Pelinka was doing all the GM work and LeBron, he just stayed out the way. They won a championship.
But they gave up so much for Russ too, though. So your team is kind of
But who was the driving force to get Russ?
AD and Brown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, be players. Let the GMs do the GM.
So does some of the
Yep.
culpability go to Rob Pelinka?
Let Brad Stevens do it. And look what he got in Boston.
Right. You said what, Brandon?
Does some of that culpability go to Rob Pelinka?
It could, but if the ownership don't, put LeBron in his place, he
They can't do that because look what happened in Miami. What did Braun do? He got up out there.
that's fine. And if he get up out there, he get up out there. But you can't let that man run that's your organization. Your daddy bought that team.
That's facts. But then you didn't let him run it so much. You don't got draft picks. You don't have nothing. And now he leaves as a free agent. Now your organization is set back for.
Well, and that's your fault. If you saw he did it in Cleveland, you saw he did it in Miami, you saw he did it to Cleveland again. Like, y'all should have put that shit. Like, look, motherfucker, this my team. You get on this shit, or you get the fuck out. We won 16 championships without you. We can win some more.
I think Magic should have stayed because I think Magic would have been able to have that.
Nah, Magic ain't know what the hell he was doing.
Hey, he running the Commanders, the Commodores.
OJs, whatever they call.
Yeah, Magic ain't know what that was doing. Magic simply got that because of who he was, because of his name.
JJ going to the Lakers. I don't know. I don't like JJ. I don't. Now we're talking. I don't know who can coach the Lakers. It has to be a Ty Lue. They said I've heard Budenholzer.
I can see that happening more than likely.
Yeah, but he ain't never getting fired after 2 years.
Probably.
If I'm Budenholzer, I wouldn't take that job.
I wouldn't either.
Unless you just want something to do. But
he's a little bit more proven than JJ Redick, though. He does have a championship to his resume.
Yeah, he do. But it's funny how they hire all these defensive coaches, and then they come to LA and they struggle with defense. Frank Vogel was a defensive coach.
But he's struggling in Phoenix too, ain't he?
Who?
Frank Vogel.
Well, he got 3 guys. He got 3 guys.
Yeah, he got 3
guys.
Yeah,
don't play defense.
Yeah, he ain't got no roster.
KD's not a defender. Bradley Beal sure as hell. If Bradley Beal ain't scoring, he's virtually useless.
Yeah.
Like, he don't do nothing else. This man had 9 points in a closeout game.
They had a squad.
It's Huddy Bonnings, Lady Ray.
They had a squad 2 years ago when they had Chris Paul, Aiden, and all that. I think they won like 65 games. But they had that one bad game in that game 7, and they decided to blow it all up. But I don't know.
Who's gonna do it? Who wants to do the job? That's the thing.
That's why you get JJ Redick. Because I don't think no seasoned coach sitting there looking, why the hell would I want that?
Yeah. Maybe an Adrian Griffin?
No.
Doc Rivers?
He's in Milwaukee.
He ain't gonna be in that. He gonna be gone.
Oh, no, I think he got dealt a bad hand this year. With when your 2 best players don't play.
Yeah, that's not. He gonna get another shot. And then 2, he came in. Halfway through the season.
Right.
Why? Well, it's the same thing. Who they lost to?
The Pacers.
But without Giannis and Dame, though.
Yeah. And then in that one game, they didn't have Giannis, Dame, or
Chris Middleton.
Not Chris Moore.
Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis. He got ejected like 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I had a FanDuel bet on him, and he got thrown out. So I deleted FanDuel.
No, they give you your money back for that, Trigger.
No, they didn't.
They should give you money back
Yeah,
if you don't make it past halftime. It's half. They don't make it past halftime. They'll give you your money back.
Nope, didn't get nothing back.
Oh wow.
Well, did you get the rest of your parlay?
Nope.
That's
yeah. Usually when stuff like that
Yeah.
happens,
They
I
give
mean,
you
I
an
was
EMP.
on the way, but then I think somebody else didn't do something small. But you know,
You need to go to Prize Picks, brother.
I'm done. I can't do it anymore.
Prize Picks, brother. I'm telling you.
I can't do it anymore. I be making bets just to try to win $10 and can't even get that.
Well, once I hit like $900 in the Super Bowl in 2023, that's when I stopped doing FanDuel. I said, "This is God telling me to throw him in, young fella. Here, I got throw you a bone. Now quit while you ahead."
Hey, when I win my
I just
5,000,
want to win. I'm just trying to win $9.
when I win my 5,000 off my dollar next year for Carolina going to the Super Bowl, I'll break you off, Trick.
There you go. But look, fellas, I gotta handle some business before I go to bed. So I always appreciate the talk.
All right, brother.
All right,
We'll
my
holler
man.
at you.
Y'all be easy.
Yes, sir.
Dude.
All right, Trigger. Let me get us straight. Hold on. Y'all bear with us. Technical difficulties. All right, we here. All right, Trigger. Let's move. Let's talk about it.
Well, the Yankees just wrapped up a 3-game series at home against the Detroit Tigers. Yesterday, I watched all 3 games, and we did sweep them. And the Yankees offense was finally doing what they were supposed to do. Because before the series started, and I know I talked to you about it and Mallz about it, we were texting. The Yankees had a series against the Brewers. 3 games against the Brewers. They won 2 out of 3. The 2 games that they won, back-to-back games, they scored 15 runs. Oh my gosh!
Oh, they pulling away.
You see them? Oh my gosh!
I don't got the game. I got the cheap version on
This
YouTube
man,
where it's just a scope.
Obi Toppin on the fast break just went between the legs, dunked it.
Hey, that's a local. No, he played for
Oh,
Dayton.
He played for the Knicks.
No, I'm talking about for college ball. He played for Dayton, I think. I thought I saw him play Richmond or somebody. I forgot. What am I looking for? MLB. I ain't been keeping up with the Red Sox. We went to the Squirrels game. Saw a Squirrels game. They gave it away to a 20-year-old Dominican. This boy hit Trigger. He hit the ball 3 times. 2 of them was home runs.
Wow.
I was like, it was hot too. The boys weren't gonna make it. I was like, it was fun though. It was fun. I threw up all the food I ate there, but it was fun.
Yeah, but the Yankees, they look good against the Tigers. Granted, it was the Tigers. I mean, they've been over 500, and I think at one point, or they still might be at the top of their division. But we were at home. The Yankees won 3 straight games, put up multiple
Detroit
runs.
Tigers are 4th in their division. 18
Okay,
and
well,
17.
once upon a time they were at the top, but they were over 500, and the Yankees just gave them 3 straight losses.
Oh, we on your ass. Red Sox on your ass.
Before that series started, like I said, New York played. Who did we play in the series before the Tigers? The Orioles.
Yeah, they good. They doing good. They balling.
Yeah, we got shut out in the first game. We only scored 2 runs in the second game, lost 4-2. The third game we finally won, but we only scored 2 runs again. And then the last game we lost 7-2. So we didn't score more than 2 runs in 4 games against them. And then, against the Tigers, we scored 2 runs in the first game. We won only 2 runs. I was like, that's 5 straight games. You guys can score more than 2 runs. After coming off 2 games where they scored 30 runs combined.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they beat the Brewers 15-3 one game and then 15-5 another game. And
Y'all losing tomorrow.
virtually scoreless in the Orioles series. But the last two games against the Tigers, we've scored like 5+ runs. So it's been nice to see that. But now we got a series coming up against the Astros starting tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Y'all losing
Thursday.
tomorrow. Local boy.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're at home.
Verlander.
Three-game series against the Astros. So
Shout out Verlander.
we
Local
will
product.
see. We will see what happens.
Y'all should get a win. They don't look. They 12-22.
Yeah, they do not look great right now. However, that does not mean that they can't
Nothing.
come in and sweep us either. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened because it's Houston, and all they got to do is see the Yankees and realize, oh yeah, we own those guys, and they start playing out of their minds, and it turns the whole season around, and all of a sudden they're the number one seed. They make the playoffs, home field advantage. We match up against them again. That's been the story like the last 3-4 years now.
It's $20 to get in the game, Trigga. We could be there. $20 to get in the game.
The Astros?
Yeah. In New York.
Okay. Well, I guess. But
it's early.
I mean, it's still early. The Yankees they're doing pretty well. They're still amongst one of the top teams in the league. I think they're tied right now, or maybe the Phillies have more wins, but they're tied for second with second most wins in the league. They are second in their division behind the Orioles. But yeah, I think the top teams, you got Philly, you got Baltimore, New York. The Dodgers have finally crept back up in there. They were struggling for a little bit there. I think they have the same records there. I think they're both 23-13. And the Kansas City Royals are right there too. They're like sixth or seventh best team record wise.
Yep, y'all are third in the American League. The Orioles are first. The Guardians, Yankees, Twins, Royals.
Cleveland.
Yeah, they only got y'all by a game. They only got one less loss, really. Y'all half a game back. But you are +2. No, actually, you're ahead in wild card games, which is weird. So technically, it's like, I don't know. It's like y'all are first because it says y'all are +2.5 wild card games over Baltimore and Cleveland.
Interesting.
So,
well, Cleveland, we won the series against them earlier this season, but we lost 3-1 against Baltimore in that series. So that's interesting.
a name I haven't heard this year?
Who?
Shohei. I ain't heard Shohei other than outside of what the trouble.
I've been hearing a bunch.
He's on the Angels, right?
No, he was the Dodgers.
Dodgers, that's right.
He's just hitting. Remember, he had the.
Oh, I see it. They second place.
Yeah, like I said, the Dodgers they were struggling for a little bit, and now I think they have the same record as us. We're both 23-13, and the Dodgers were way down at the bottom for a second, and they went on a winning streak, and now they're right where they should be.
Walker Buehler returns tonight.
Shohei Ohtani hit the hardest home run ball in the league this year.
He's NL Player of the Week, 8 for 12 versus the Braves and breaking the Dodgers Japanese-born home run record.
Damn, 8 for 12?
Yeah.
Good grief. That boy hitting every time he get up to the plate. $20, 8 for 12? They only pay you to go 3 for 12. That's considered good in baseball. That's considered elite. 3 for 12, 4 for 12.
8 for 12, bro.
8 for 12. That means only 4 times you didn't reach base out of 12. That's pretty good.
I was talking to Elijah Micah. I was like, bro, that's a sport. You can go 1 for 3 and you could be considered.
Yeah. Like 3 for 10, really. 300, that's where you need to, that's elite in baseball. 300.
Mm-hmm.
You hitting anything
8
over
for 12,
300, you the real deal. Yeah, 8 for 12 is way over 300. I'll tell you that. That's like 700, 800. Well, not 800. Probably like somewhere between 600-700 batting average.
Let's see his stats for the year.
That's insane.
So on the year, he's 364.
I'm about to say he's definitely hitting over 300. 364.
10 home runs, 25 RBIs.
364, almost 400. Oh my God.
1 on base percentage.
Yeah.
He's hitting 395 at home.
395. That man's hitting him near 400.
395 at home.
That is
So
insane.
games played 35, 143 at bats, 30 runs, 52 hits, 14 doubles, one triple, 10 home runs, 25 RBIs, 17 um, walks, and 30 strikeouts.
Man, that man's putting up numbers. Well, he has more strikeouts than walks, man. That's the only thing, only bad
Yeah.
thing. But
Man, if you going up there, you hitting 8 for 12. I don't give a fuck.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna argue it either. You're right. You know, that's yeah.
Let's see. Oh, let me see. Let's look at his last couple of games. His last games, it was Sunday. He was at bat for 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Saturday, 5 at bats, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, and 1 strikeout. Friday, 3 at bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. He got 3 of his strike. He got 10% of his strikeouts in one game, which was Tuesday. They lost 5 at bats, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts. So that was a bad game from him. And then last Monday, 4 at bats, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 RBI, 1 walk. 464-foot blast. Dang, Trigga done gone. Trigga? He done left me. I wonder why I got so quiet. I heard it get quiet. So, yeah. Shohei is hitting that ball right now. So, let's see if Trigga comes back. Talk more about what game? Squirrels game? Squirrel game. It's a little warm. It's 82 degrees out there. Elijah and Micah tapped out on me in about the second inning. The game I'm watching the Pacers at the Knicks. We have 10 minutes and 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pacers are up 94-85 right now. Pascal Siakam, and we went to the Squirrel game on Sunday before last. Yeah, I'm watching. That's the only game on because the Wolves and the Nuggets don't come on to 10. Definitely gonna be tuned into that game. So definitely gonna be wanting to watch that. But yeah, we are hour in. We are doing well. We didn't touch all our topics in an hour except for one. We probably saved that one. Trigga phone is doing what Trigga phone does. Trigga's phone is doing what Trigga phone does. So yeah, this game it was close. Maybe the Knicks come back and push back. Miles Turner is doing his thing. Pascal Siakam, Obi Toppin. Brunson's doing good. DiVincenzo's going off. Josh Hart got 17. Hardenstein got 13. I think it's gonna be a good series. I really think it's gonna be a good series. I think the Knicks gonna take it though. I think the Knicks gonna take it. Baseball, y'all know I'm a Red Sox fan. We ain't doing so well. That's why I'm talking about them. We're not doing bad, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the American League. We're 7th in the American League, so we're gonna do our thing. Your phone doing that thing again, Trigga?
Yeah, just like I don't know why it doesn't. I haven't figured it out yet.
You got iPhone?
Yep.
I told Katie, I'm done. I'm going Samsung.
Yep, that's gonna be my next move once I take care of a couple things.
Yeah.
But I'm going back to Samsung as well. I can't anymore. It's beyond frustrating.
Especially, I mean, now that they just passed the thing that Apple's gonna switch over to I forgot the technical name for it, but it's not gonna compress your files and stuff no more because it's gonna be actually sent on the same network that messaging's on. So um you're not gonna have that distortion when you send things. So I'm definitely gonna make the switch. That's right, Lady Ray. They still gonna have message. It's still gonna be messages green, but it ain't gonna be that big difference in quality. So yeah, and then I
Mm-hmm.
watched a guy with the S24 Ultra at a soccer game zoom in on the field, and it was a
Yeah,
clear picture. I was like, yeah,
yeah.
you can
iPhone, they
transcribe
keep
languages real time.
iPhone, they keep making the same shit, same ringtone, same stuff. The only thing that really changes is camera quality, I think.
Yeah.
But everything else is still the same. Same text chat, same old look, same like Lily. Nothing changes about it.
I had my Note 9, and I looked at the camera quality. I'm like, man, this camera quality was like this on the Note 9. Like, I'm sorry. And then the Apple App Store. Do you know the Apple App Store adds on money? Like, so I was paying for YouTube Premium. Apple was charging me $5,
Mm.
and I would talk to the guy at YouTube. He was like, "Yeah, Apple charge you $5, brother." He was like, "Just go online and just do it." I went online, Trigga. I put $13.99 now instead of paying $18.
Wow.
And then that's on a couple things with it. Like Twitch memberships is $4.99 if I do it on my computer. It's $5.99 if I do it through my phone. I'm just like,
Yeah, and that's another thing with Apple too. They try to get over on
yeah,
unnecessary fees. It's like they took the headphone jack out of these daggone phones. You got to buy a little converter piece to plug your headphones up to it.
they finally switched over to USB C because they made them because they couldn't sell the iPhones in Europe. So now the 15s are the USB C. So
Mm.
it's I'm on my way. I asked Catherine today to see what my upgrade is so I can go ahead and make that change. Gonna make a change.
Yep. I'm out right there with you.
But yeah, Trigger. I mean, we didn't hit everything, brother. You got anything else you want to touch on?
No, man. I think that's good. I got to talk about the Yankees. And one thing I wanted to say before I got cut off was that the pitching has been a little bit better.
Oh yeah, talk
Um,
about that.
yeah, Rodon and Cortez have been looking a little like they've been settling in, and they finally got their feet up under them. Our
Mm,
closer, Clay Holmes, who gives me heart attacks every time he goes to try to finish off a game for us. He looked like a completely different player the other night. And it just absolutely is like, okay, that's the guy that I remember right there. So maybe these guys just needed some time to kind of find their groove, which
yeah,
now, when Garrett Cole comes back, I'm like, okay, well, it's probably going to take him a little bit to get into it. So I'm not expecting, or I'm not going to expect too much from him right away. Just kind of let him come in because, obviously throwing practice pitches and stuff like that is different from throwing them live in game when they mean something, you know. So I'll give him some time to come in and kind of work his
get
way
yourself
back,
back.
see what he does. And then, obviously, hopefully he gets back to form or he's able to get back to form because that would be a huge, huge boost to our
Yeah,
starting pitching rotation. But the Yankees have done all you could ask of them for the most part with our offense and our pitching to get us where we are. Like we're sitting pretty good right now. Um, the wins have been coming in. We had some struggles here and there, but every team has. And we ain't the only ones, and the guys seem to rebound and come back. I'm also seeing a lot more fight in this team than I did last
yeah,
year. They're never out of a game. They can be down 5-0 in the ninth inning, and they can score 6 runs just like that. So when their backs have been against the wall for the most part, they have responded and they have fought. Whether they won or lost, they continue to fight. So I do like seeing that out of them because that's important, come playoff time. Aaron Boone hasn't been tossed as much, maybe like 2 or 3 times in the first 30-something games. Or maybe just twice. I can remember. So
what you saying is a World Series?
year. I'm not going that far yet. I got to see how this pitching's going to look when Cole gets back in the lineup, and if they can sustain it. It took them a while to kind of get to the point where they're at. I just want to be able to make sure that they sustain this throughout the rest of the season because some of them guys, they hit a hot streak, they get to going, and then all of a sudden they hit a wall.
Yeah.
That's what happened with our closer last year. He had a really hot. Speaking of Yankees, look at these guys at the Knicks game. Giancarlo Stanton, Nestor Cortez, Volpe. Gleyber Torres. And Mariano Rivera, the Sandman. What great timing that was.
Thank you, Lady Ray. We appreciate that.
We love you.
Love you. We appreciate you rocking with us. Hey, the Knicks came back.
Yeah, they were down, like just 7? They were on a double-digit lead.
I thought it was 10.
It was like 84. It was like 84-77 or something like that. Now this phone charger ain't working. iPhone heard me talking smack about it now.
I'm about to shut all this down, brother. Hold on. I think a Boston versus New York Western Conference final would be crazy.
Boston versus New York?
Yeah, it'd be like 1990s all over. 1980s.
They're the favorites to meet now. They're probably the 2 best teams, or they are the 2 best teams that are still in it. No one's expecting Indiana or Cleveland to really do much. Ooh, yep.
The Pacers bench is really up 46-3.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That'll be the difference in the game if they hold on and win it.
It's 96-93 now. I'm gonna be tired of Spike if that happens. Oh, you Spike Stephen A. Smith? Oh my gosh, New York is about to come out in droves.
They talk about Cowboys fans, Knicks fans, and saying, "Oh my gosh."
He probably just saw that block. He probably just saw.
No, you keep on watching, bro. I ain't talking about the block.
I ain't seen. I don't. I got the. I'm just watching the score. I don't got the game on. I ain't paying for YouTube TV again. They was getting me. Yeah. We didn't touch on NFL, but the only thing with NFL, we're looking schedule releases Thursday. So I guess we'll touch on that more next week when we get the actual schedule out, and we can see when them Cowboys come and spank up America.
Yep.
And who we playing in Germany? I thought we was playing the Chiefs in Germany, but they said it's not going to be the Chiefs. I mean, I get why you don't want to have the Chiefs game as a home game in Germany. So we'll see who we play. They saying probably Cardinals or Giants. Dunk afterwards. Olympics next part. Olympics a little far away. I'm ready for the WNBA season. I've been looking a little bit in the preseason. I've been peeking in the preseason. I've been peeking into the preseason. I ain't got to Shakari and Laos and all them yet. I ain't got there yet. But yeah, I think the Olympics. This is gonna be a year for America in the Olympics. I don't get how Kyrie gets left off the NBA team, but we'll see what happens. We still got a lot of playoffs left to see if people gonna be on that team. But if you telling me I got Ant, Devin Booker, LeBron, Steph, AD, and they mad because they got kicked out the first round of the playoffs and they going to get some get back,
Yep. Take it out on the
Yeah,
Europeans.
they're gonna take it out on
Whoever
all of
else.
them. And Joel Embiid said, "Yeah, France. I told y'all I was gonna play, but I'm gonna go ahead and play with these people over here. I'm gonna go ahead and play with these people over here who rivals us in the world. And basketball is a lot of people don't think it. Basketball is closer than you think. Um, you probably got Canada. Canada probably not far off. Um, Giannis is Greece. Um, Spain always be coming with some stuff. Is Jokic playing?
That I don't know.
If Jokic is playing, it just depends on who plays for. Because a lot of times with the Europeans, they play good fundamental ball.
Yep.
But now we don't got our young guns going. We got a mix of young guns with guys who play basketball. So which NBA player go home to play? I think Giannis goes to play. Um, let's look at it. Let's see. I can tell you for sure, for sure. Oh, look, Trigger Bam. Who Bam playing for?
Team USA, I believe.
I hope
You
not.
American.
You right here, ain't he? So LeBron, Steph, KD, and Joel. Um, Anthony Davis, Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, Bam, and Tyrese. That's a squad. Oh, they already got the groups. We are in a group with San Juan and Qatar, I believe, the winner. South Sudan and Serbia. I think Giannis, not Giannis. Joker plays for Serbia, I believe. Um,
That sounds right.
let's see. I am trying to find you. Joel Embiid's first Olympics, Kawhi's first Olympics, Tyrese, Anthony Edwards, Steph Curry's first Olympics. Oh wow. Olympic. And then the international game is different than the NBA too. International game, them boys gonna be a little bit more physical than in the NBA. I'm more excited for track and gymnastics. The girls are going. Yeah, Sherry Fraser Price is that who that's right, yo. That's right, right?
I'm not sure.
I watched I watched what they did last year, World Championships, but I haven't been keeping up with really this year. Let's see. So Serbia's men's national basketball team is it's why is it so hard to find just give me the answer who's on the team, please. So that depth chart in 2024, the starting five is Jokic, Jovic, Vladimir Lucic, Bogan Bogdanovic, and Vasily Mikhail.
Oh my gosh.
Who does Luca play for? Luca plays for Slovenia. So that's what you're going. Giannis or Luca could play in Paris Olympics, but not both. Greece and Slovenia were drawn in the same Olympic men's basketball qualifying tournament, so at least one of Giannis and Luca will not make it to the Paris Games. Ooh, The draw puts host Greece, Slovenia, Croatia, and Dominican. Hold on, this is old. Yeah, this old. Yeah, you got Luca. You got Giannis. This is gonna be fun in Paris. I gotta see if race walking is in the summer. I'm ready for ping pong. I'm ready for ping pong. Yeah, they got ping and they got flag football this year too. Yeah, I think flag football come this year, ain't it?
I don't know, but I hope so.
And then I think, and then I'm ready for the World Cup to come to the United States. That's gonna be big. Mm. It might be 2028. It's 2028. Flag football's coming in 2028.
Mm.
Flag football would debut as an Olympic sport when the games come to Los Angeles in 2028.
Oh, me in the States.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, strictly sports at the Olympics, man, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy.
Hey, we got time to get there.
I want to understand golf is. I'm gonna get into golf too. Uh, golf is not.
Scotty
Golf is easy to
Scheffler is
understand.
the best golfer in the world right now. Just want to let y'all know that.
No, he ain't better than my boy
Who?
uh JT.
Oh, yeah. He most definitely is.
He ain't better than
He,
Dustin.
yep.
The number one ranked world golf rankings right now,
Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty Scheffler.
Hmm.
You know how much he's earned in 46 events?
A lot of money.
$18.6 million.
He just won.
18.6 billion.
He went on a streak where he won 4 out of 5 tournaments, including the Masters,
Knicks hit a three.
where Dustin Johnson and Justin Thomas played.
Uh, the next person is Roy McIlroy at $3 million. Oh, the
Three. That's
earnings.
a $15 million difference.
I'm sorry, the earnings don't go with the rankings, so don't. Then you got Wyndham Clark, $9 million. Xander
Shoffley.
Schauffele, 5 million. John Rahm, Ludwig A. Berg, 6.5. Victor Hovland, $600,000. Patrick Cantley, 3 million. Brian Harmon, 3.6. Max Homa, 2.6. Tommy Fleetwood, 2.1. Sahith, 6.5. Colin, 2.9. Matt Fitzpatrick, 2.2. Hideki Matsuyama,
Deki Matsuyama.
6 million. Jordan Spieth is at 2.1. Where's Tiger at? Justin Thomas is at 29 at $2.5 million though. Ricky Fowler is that 39. Golly, Ricky. Um, Tiger's not in the top 60. Tiger probably don't get ranked no more. Yeah, I don't see Tiger coming out of it at all. But once you start getting down here, a lot of these guys playing for fun. Hey, Seamus Power is ranked 116, and he got $1 million. Nate Lashley, 121, 1.1 million. Hey, that's what people don't realize. Golf is one of them sports. Once you ain't Trigga left. Did he retire? Did I make that up? Who retired? Tiger didn't retire. He just been going through it a little bit. But golf one of those sports you can play forever and you get paid, man. Them boys be getting paid in golf. Let me run over here real quick and see what these boys doing. But yeah, it's been another great episode here. At Strictly Sports. Let's see if Trigga comes back. Trigga. What about your back? I mean, that's for any sport. Your back and your hips and everything. I mean, that's for any sport. Truly, that you can feel something. So, it's tied up with 3 minutes left. Ooh, we got a game. Yeah, your back and hips. I mean, you got red. Look how many older people play golf. Like, I can't hit it 300 yards off the tee no more. So now I got to hit it 3 times for 100. I mean, you just adjust your game. It ain't like football, basketball, and all that kind of stuff. You jumping and all that jumping. Golf, you can get in the cart, you can drink, drive, play all day. I mean, instead of playing 18, you may play 9. It's all in what you make it. And I'm sad about it. I mean, you adjust your swing. Like, the Knicks going up now. You just adjust your swing. Golf is just one of those sports to where you just adjust. Like, people, like, you look at Tiger. Tiger's not a bad golfer. Tiger just can't play at the level that Tiger used to play at. Tiger can go out there with us and still wax hard. Butt cheeks easy.
Yep.
Like, Tiger 11-year-old son can go out there and wax us easy. 12-year-old. I think he's 11 or 12. Like, golf, Trigga would know better. You just adjust your swing as you get older. I mean,
injuries or force you to do certain things or to reconstruct your swing and all that. So it's one of those sports, man. As you age, you have to do things a little bit differently because things don't move like they used to, or if you get hurt, have some kind of injury, you got to do things a little bit differently because and that's Tiger. And I think he's had to make a bunch of adjustments because all the surgeries that he's had, especially that car wreck that he had a couple of years ago, he came out and said that he had to find a new way to hit the golf ball because of the rod in his foot wouldn't allow him to do what he had been doing for his whole career. So he had to find a new way to do it comfortably to where that he wasn't putting a lot of pressure on his foot and he could play with pain free or as pain free as he could.
and to think about it, in 5 to 10 years, they could have a new surgery, give Tiger a whole new foot, and he could be back to being Tiger again. Like, it's just one of those things. I want to get into golf though. I don't. I gotta learn a whole new. Golf is tough. People don't realize how tough golf is. It's not just going out there hitting the ball.
I mean, and the concept of it is easy.
Yes.
And the ball's not moving. But man, it is hard to hit. Once you hit it, you gotta hit it to where you want it to go, and that's another battle within itself because the ball don't always go where you want it to go for whatever reason. So you got it's a bunch of different elements. It's a bunch of different things that's part of the golf swing. Things you have to do in order to make the ball do a certain thing. There's different ways you can hit the golf ball. You just change how you set up to it and how the club sets up to it, and you can influence certain shots to go your way. Some ways are easier than others. It's one of those sports, man, where you can hit a great shot and still get a bad break. And you can hit a bad shot and get a lucky break. But that in between, that happy medium, is so hard to get to. So hard to get to.
And Trigga not even going into the courses. You got different courses. Like you got to learn how to play the courses, the greens. The greens got different speeds, and
Yep, the weather, the wind,
yeah,
that factors into it as well. You know, if you hit a certain club when it's, no wind out, and now all of a sudden
hmm
the wind's blowing, you got to hit a completely different club from the same distance because
yep,
you got to factor the wind into play and the direction of the wind. You know, if it's raining or not, that plays a role in how slick the greens are, how slow or fast they are. Um, you know, when you hit the ball into some thick grass instead of the short grass, that affects
yeah,
what clubs you use and how you hit. If the ball's on the hill, if your feet are above you or below you, if you're on an incline, all these things don't come into play until they come into play.
yeah.
And it just makes the game a little bit harder. So yeah, it's a lot to consider with the course, with the weather, you know.
And then, like you said, all the technique of it.
Yep, yeah, it's such a hard sport, so hard.
What? I'm sorry, I'm hitting y'all with these Johns. But your boy old. 115 with a minute left. I told you this gonna be a good series. Be a good They
Yeah,
in the garden, ain't they?
renewing that rivalry from back in the '90s with
Yeah.
Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing, them guys.
You got the Pacers and the Knicks. Then you could have the Pacers and the Celtics. Right.
Yep.
And then you got, well, I don't know if the Cavs were in it back in the day. You didn't really hear about the Cavaliers back in the day.
No, not really. Cavs was on the bad end of everything. Jordan hitting game-winning shots and stuff against them.
Yeah. You need Mallz team need to come back. The Pistons need to get good.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a while before we see that again.
It's crazy because they didn't have number one draft picks and all the stuff, and they just Brunson got 40. Ooh,
Again, what else is new?
somebody cashed in on that bet. Hey, I know one thing, Trigger, with this series, you probably can make your bets if you bet correctly. Because
No,
now you in.
I'm done. I can't.
Look at that,
Can't
Josh
do it.
Hart about to give you a trip dub. Look, they as soon as I said, they said Josh Hart is approaching a triple double. Probably not. He ain't probably gonna get it, but
It probably ain't gonna happen.
well, everybody, it's been another episode of Strictly Sports, episode 30. I'm not gonna lie, I lost track of counting. We might be at about 27 to 28, but we're gonna say episode 30 from here on out. Um, I know
This
we got one
episode
that
is
we didn't
episode
post.
30.
Yeah, it's episode 30. 30 episodes, Trigger.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Yeah, we almost at 100.
Yep.
We
Just a few
third of the
more,
way
we'll be
there.
there. Yep.
Yeah, probably about. It depends. About a year. I mean, probably end of the year we be gonna be close.
Yep, I think so.
Be close. We probably gonna
Depends on
go.
how often we can do it, but yeah, I think we'll be up there.
Yeah, once football season come back around, we're gonna be hitting them. Do more during the Olympics. Oh no, that's football season. That's August. That's football season. Well, come on the show and talk about sports, Lady Ray. You can come talk. Come join. You can talk about the weak ass Celtics. Join us, please. So, but all right, I'm gonna stop getting these Johns on camera. All right, Trigger.
Huh.
I love you, brother.
Love you too, Brody.
Thank you for another episode. We appreciate y'all so much.
Yes, sir.
I'm Be Wise,
I'm Trigga.
and this has been Strictly Sports. I'll pop in and give updates about the Olympics. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, your Celtics ain't lit. Your Celtics trash. It's okay
They
though.
lit. They are lit.
Yeah, left, left in this round. That's lit. Left in this round. Trigga and froze on us, but he said bye. Appreciate y'all so much. We out. Peace.